Hey everybody, my name's Ellen and this is the first video that I'm making for my website comicdagger.com. Lazarus number 11. Awesome. And I should mention that Lazarus is written by Greg Rucka and the art is by Michael Lark with Tyler Boss and colors by Santi Arcus. Letters by Jody Wynn, and cover by Owen Freeman. All awesome people, who I don't know personally, but I can tell that they're awesome. So, Lazarus number 11 starts Conclave Part 1. So it's a new comic arc. It's a new arc in the comic, I should say. And I read through it, and it's pretty freaking awesome, just like the rest of the Lazarus comic is. We've got Forever Carlisle, who is the Lazarus of the Carlisle family. And the Lazarus, first of all, families in Lazarus, it's like a dystopian world. Everything's in ruins, and all the world's resources are controlled by the richest and most powerful families. And there's like the biological family members, and then there's the serf, who are like the underlings who have proven themselves to be useful, so the family hired them and now they work. And then the rest of the population is called like waste, and they either haven't proven themselves useless, or they've either proven themselves useless or are useless, if you want to be harsh about it. And so they like live in poverty and are basically expendable, and nobody cares about them. So pretty harsh world that we're living in here in Lazarus. But the Lazarus of the family is like super powerful, can be like genetically modified to help protect the family, you know, kind of leads the family's army and can be like a personal bodyguard. Really, it's somebody who is whose sole purpose is to do whatever their family wants them to do. So we have Forever Carlisle, and so we pretty much follow the story from her perspective in Lazarus right now. On the Lazarus, on the Carlisle and Bittner's another family. Carlisle's one family, the main family that we follow in the comic, and Bittner's another family. And so we're on the border. It's snowing. We've got patrol, and the Carlisle patrol see somebody walking towards them, and we find out that she's Sonia Bittner, and she is the Bittner Lazarus. And so they try and stop her, because if you cross the border without like a travel permit, then you know you can get killed or whatever. You know, no big deal. And she like cuts one of them in half with her sword. So yeah, you don't really mess with the Lazaruses. And so the other guard smartly puts his hands up, and she has a gift for Carlisle. So she says, you know, get me in contact with the Carlisle family. I have a gift for them. Then we cut to Forever Carlisle training and being monitored, and she's exceeding, you know, the expectations of the family's scientists who, you know, help monitor. She's exceeding the expectations. So they're actually going to like activate some hidden genes that are gonna, you know, boost her function. You know, they'll boost like her resistance to cold and heat, and you know, they say like a few other surprises. So they've got some stuff that's lying dormant in her, and they're gonna activate it. And Forever gets serious for a second, and she asks them, or more serious, she's kind of serious, but she gets sentimental even, because she asks if she is a Carlisle. She asks if she is born, you know, from her mother and father like mom and dad Carlisle. Beth laughs. Beth is one of Forever's sisters, and also, you know, like one of the doctors who monitors her. And Beth laughs. She goes, "Are you asking if you're adopted?" And I mean, I think it's funny because it's like a question that every kid has at one point in their life. They insist that, no, I was there when you were born. You're Carlisle blood through and through. And the reason that Forever is even asking this question is because a while ago she got an anonymous text message saying that he is not your father, this is not your family. So it's like a really nasty text message, you know, and her whole life is to protect this family and to help this family, and so to be told that this isn't your real family, and she loves them and, you know, they love her. Obviously it's kind of a weird relationship because she's their blood, but she like protects them also. So it's obviously a text message you don't want to get when your whole life is to protect this family. You don't want to hear that they're not your family. And she suspects it was one of her brothers. She suspects that it was Jonah, her brother, who is actually missing right now. Well, we know that he is captured or being held hostage by another family, which Forever discovers when she goes to talk to the other Lazarus, the Bittner Lazarus, who showed up at their border. The gift that the Bittner Lazarus has for family Carlisle is one of Jonah's fingers. So happy birthday to the Carlisle family. Here is one of your son's extremities. And so Forever takes the message back, and she's talking with her father, and he wants a conclave. So that's, you know, the title of the arc is Conclave. He wants to meet with all the families, and he wants all the families together so he can talk about, you know, what they're going to do with Jonah Carlisle being held captive by Hawk. He's being held by Jacob Hawk. That's where issue number 11 ends. In the back of each Lazarus issue, you've got a nice letter section, and as some bonus material, you get there's tons of families in Lazarus, and so in the letter section you get information about another family, you know, what their industry is, who their Lazarus is, history, you know, what they do, the whole shebang. And then one of my favorite little bonuses is that the back, there's no ads in comics. You know, you can get a lot of ads in, I feel like, DC, Marvel, even some of the independent comics you get ads, but at the back of Lazarus you get an ad from one of the families in the world of Lazarus. So it's kind of cool. Alright, so if you've made it this far in the video, thanks for sticking with me. I promise to get better at this, or at least I promise to try. And honestly, bottom line is, read Lazarus if you are not reading it right now. It's just such a good comic. I mean, I'm a big fan of Rucka to begin with. And yeah, this comic's just it's just cool. It's smart. It's serious. It's like one of those things. It's like, I mean, obviously everyone thinks that their dystopian future world could actually happen, but like, I don't know. The world's controlled by families with money. It's not far off from what our world is right now or what it could be. And the art is really great. It's a lot of dark. It's really dark, like dark colors, a lot of shadows. But it really, you know, fits with the pace of the story, and it's dark, but it still has a lot of life, I would say. Thanks for watching, and I am Ellen with comicdagger.com.